So yeah, there you go. So look, this is going to be mute. It's going to go, you know, it'll be fine in a couple of weeks. It'll be fixed, but it just shouldn't be released like that. I mean, it's not a me problem, is it? It's not a you problem either. It's a their problem. Really? $70? Come on. But it's all down to this amazingly modeled, study level 3D cockpit that allows you to really fly the 737 in your own home.
Nevertheless, grave danger, I fear, is training.
That button. Continue. Make a nice smooth look. Get there. A lot of pressure here. That's a pro landing. Reverse thrust. odd random stream during the week. And I'll see you then, folks.
Yeah, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
We will certainly make the buttons with special goodbye there, folks. See what happens. The sea is climbing all over the place. So we're not crashing it, right, those buttons. It's time for us to sign off. I think she wants to treat. Do you want to treat little buttons? Do you want to treat? Okay, just look at me until I actually get off the stage. Excellent, folks. Pleasure as always. You too. See you next time.
Greetings all. Hello everybody. Greetings. I hope you're all doing well. First of all, I think most of you now are off, I hope, for the Christmas period, for the Christmas holidays. Yeah, and I know it's just going to be us, really, because everyone's out doing their Christmas shopping, or in the bar drinking heavily after the stress of the Christmas shopping, or just drinking in the bar being stressed anyway. So we're going to forget about all this now. We're going to go flying from Stockholm, and we're going to go to Finland, Echo Foxtrot Victor Alpha. I can't pronounce the name, but it's en route to where we're going to go on Christmas Day, right, Sunday. I can't pronounce it. Anyway, it's Santa's village up the north end of Finland. Rovaniemi. I don't know. I can't pronounce it. So I hope you're all doing well. Yeah, it's a busy airport. Let's hop into the cockpit. In fact, let's not. Let's get our flight plan. I just barely made it, by the way. I literally drove in the door, fed buttons. And you have to have the mandatory play with the dog when you come home, so that had to happen. And I'm just literally barely on time. So greetings. We're going to keep the schedule as best we can, folks. I am. Or I'm going to keep the schedule. So what are we going to do? Let's do our flight planning, shall we? Where's my window? Oh, I haven't even opened the window yet. Sim brief. See, I'd like to have this done, but look, for those of you who are watching and don't know how to do the flight planning, it's actually kind of straightforward once you get, a SimBrief account and your Fenix logged on to SimBrief, right? So, new flight. Boom. It doesn't matter about the airline, doesn't matter about the flight number. All you need is the following. You need your departure. Echo Sierra Sierra Alpha. We're going to arrive in Echo Foxtrot Victor Alpha. Now buttons is kicked off. She knows exactly what to do. Let's get the buttons camera going here. I can get the buttons camera going here. I'm going to say hello to everyone just when we've done this bit, okay? Where is the buttons cam? There we go. Now, see, she's been lying there in her bed, and now she hears she knows I'm online now. So I need to get another camera organised. But you see, you can't see her. You see, this is straight away. She knows, don't you, little buttons? You know you know exactly. Look at this. Look, if I could show you this, right? Look, this is. You know, how do you know? Because now you're getting used to getting the treat. Okay, I have to give her a treat. If I give her one, but I tried giving her one before the stream, but that doesn't work either. So she knows now she has me hook, line, and sinker. So I'm going to have to go out for 12 seconds because I hate leaving the stream because this is not on. It's not professional. Now, buttons, you're going to get a treat and you're going to lie in your bed for the. Yes. Yeah. She's jumping up in my lap there. And, oh, okay. Let's just do that. That's not hard. Then we're going to do the flight plan and then we'll be left alone then. Give me time. Yes, Jesse Brighton, you once again, you're too quick. Come on, buttons, let's get your treat. Come on. No, you're okay. It's just not on. It's just not quick at producer buttons. Okay. Sorry about all this. Sorry about all this, folks. Now, we just bop. That's the treat. It's a good shoot. Oh, okay. She's got it. Yep, that happened. That's what happens. That's what happens. Now, I'll take that off the checklist there. That's the first thing of the checklist now. Use the buttons. Appeased. Yep. Okay, so flight plan. Flight plan. I'm going to wait for the comments for a little bit. We're going to get this out of the way. So, departure Echo Sierra Sierra Alpha. Arrive Echo Foxtrot Victor Alpha. That's all. Does your alternate. Right, and all you do is put your A-frame in, at the very basics of it, and that's all you need to get from A to B. Now, there's a few things here that I'm concerned about. The weather in our destination, which is in Finland, like a Foxtrot Victor Alpha, is favouring. That's it now, pitch spots. That's all there is to it. Is favouring. Well, actually, it's a direct crosswind, so it doesn't matter. So I want to use the ILS. Okay. So it's runway 16, so I've got to make sure it actually takes me to the arrival of runway 16, which is... Arrival, where are we? Advanced aircraft options. Advanced aircraft options. We're departing 19 right. I've got to write this down as well. We're departing... It's a big airport, so I've got to think about this. 19 right. But I want to change it, the arrival runway, not to 34, but to 16. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So let's kick that off. It looks like kind of a straight run, actually. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry, it's not. There we go. Boom. Up we go to the top. And let's generate that. Oh, let's take some extra fuel just to be sure. I'm going to take 4 tons. Do you remember that time I ran out of fuel? Yes, that was on the, yeah, let's not talk about that. Generate flight! That never happened. Get about all that episode when I ran out of fuel that day. Well, actually, I didn't run out. Well, I would have run out of fuel. Well, I would have, yeah, look, let's not talk about that. I don't want to talk about it. I just don't want to talk about it. I just want to forget about all that. I think that happened. Now, let's have a look at the flight plan itself. There we go. Boom. And down here it's going to give me flight level 30. So flight level 30 or 300, which is 30,000 feet. And this is our sit and start. So I just want to write these down if you don't mind. So we're going to depart Stockholm on the Romeo Echo Sierra November Alpha 5G. Had some names for this would be great. And our star into sorry, as I said, standard instrument departure. Arrival standard arrival is Alpha X-ray Uniform Tango India 3 Delta. Why can't they just make some names we can actually pronounce? I don't know why. Sometimes in aviation there's no logic. So our flight plan's done. Okay, I've got the right runways though. Yeah, well, I'm coming into runway 16 with the ILS. So we have a direct crosswind at 16 knots. Now, I have to tell you straight away, I'm not taking responsibility for the crosswind business. That may or may not happen. Because, as you know, Flight Simulator, with its crosswinds, it doesn't work as intended. It's too strong. For example, if you're just joining us in the Cessna, I tested it in the Cessna 150s and 172s and all that kind of stuff. No, it's way too much force on the tail of the aircraft, which makes it unable for you to land. And we are in real live weather, as always, but as it's winter, it's dark outside, so I had to change the time a little bit. Okay, but we are in live weather. And it's going to be great. Because where we're going to is very poor visibility. I know, I'm foolish, but what are you going to do? Batteries. 1 and 2. We have external power. Good. I've checked all my controls and stuff and the wipers and all that kind of stuff. They're all good. Flaps are up and spoilers are up and disarmed and all the engines are in the right place. Engine switches in the right place and good. And we have our anti-skid is on. It's going to take about 9 minutes for all the gyros to align, so I'm going to switch them on and off and that'll do it instantly. On, off and on again, so we don't have to wait the 9 minutes. Yeah, let's light this place up. I put the fuel pumps on while I'm here. It's just wasting electricity really, isn't it? But look, we'll put them on. Now we will want the APU. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Boom, strobe onto auto. We will put our beacon light on. We'll put the no smoking on auto, safety belt signs on. And we'll also want the beacon. Where are you, beacon? Oh, we want the nav logos on. Where are you? There you are. Great, beacon light is on. And I want some lightage up the top, folks. We need some lightage. You know, it's Christmas after all. So I'm thinking about the Sunday stream. 9 o'clock, is that a bit late for you? Because I could do it earlier. And what I'd like you to do, if you could, if you wish. Okay, if you wish, we can have it earlier, right? So let me know throughout the stream if you'd like to have it at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Just for this Sunday, because it's Christmas Day, isn't it? And I'm planning to do, in my head, to do 2 routes. I'm going to put the flaps down here just as I see things here. I'm planning to do up through the Christmas Village, collect presents. Oh no, well, we're going to leave Christmas Village. We're going to collect some presents. And we're going to go back to Christmas Village. So we see it twice, you see? We're going to do 2 runs. And I'll give you details of that now when we're in the cruise. Now, again, this is a very quick hop, busy flight. Actually, we might have a little bit more time with this particular one. I like to do the short hops because you're busy. I'm busy. Things are happening. You know, things and stuff are happening. It's all great. You know, which is nice. So the APU is loaded up. Yeah, APU is all good. Let's import the weather from SimBrief. Yep. Dismiss. Re-import. There we go. Just took a little bit. So, boom. Our departure is okay. The weather's fine. So it's Echo Sierra Sierra Alpha, which is Stockholm. Issued on the 22nd at 1750 Zulu. The winds are 180 at 7 knots. So it's, winds are coming from the south. Visibility is 10k or more. That's in meters, 10k or more. So it goes up to 999. Anything more than that's just or more. Overcast 1200 feet. I said that yesterday. I said 12,000 or something like that, and I caught myself as I said it. Temperature is 3, dew point is 2, QNH is 9 or 9 or 3. Let's just bomb that in, and I love this. I just hit the B button here, and it does it in both for me. Great. 9 or 9 or 3, and that matches up. And temporarily, it's going to be broken at 1,200 feet. Let's look at the arrival. You're going to like this. Arrival weather. Come on. The actual weather. That's the meteorological actual report. It's taken a while to retrieve it, isn't it? Come on. Okay, well, it's thinking. Let's have a look at the chat. No one chatting in Twitch at the moment. That's okay. And let's get the YouTube out there. I've got another window over here. Clappy D is with us. And he says, evening all. Great. Okay, so just keep an eye on the chat. If you have questions that I can answer, and if you have a question I can't answer, all the better. Because I'm going to find out then, you know. So that's that, and that is that there. Okay, cool. Okay, we got still retrieving the weather. What it is? There we go. I just had to push it a little bit. At our arrival. Oh no, what's this? There we go. At our destination. Echo Foxtrot Victor Alpha. I can't pronounce the name. Issued on the 5th of the 15th. Oh, what's that? Let's have a look at the real weather, shall we? Echo Foxtrot Victor Alpha. Echo Foxtrot Victor Alpha. It says here. That's an interesting one. We're getting bad weather here, folks. We have got bad weather. Anyway, it's IF4, which means poor. I'll read it. That's not correct. That ain't correct. It's different for all sorts of reasons. So that's weird. On the arrival, it's not picking up the weather. There we go. Arrival. Okay. Let's see if it matches up with the real world weather. 22nd, 1500 Zulu. Yeah. Auto. Yeah. Wind is 270 at 9 knots. Yeah. Very veering from 250 to 310. That's the winds on the runway. And it's 10k or more. Overcast at 500 feet. The temperature is 1 and the dew point is -2. QNH 9er 0. That is exactly as in the real world weather. How cool is that? I love it. Okay. Let's go into here to ground services here. We got all our stuff and things. Great. TSX, I'm thinking about. I just need the time, and that'll happen. I think we should get that working, folks, in all fairness. Okay, so let us load up our flight plan. We should just do the checklist up to that point. Parker brake wipers, spoilers, yeah. Engine masters, yeah. Both off, both selector, yeah. That's neutral. Or should I say normal mode. Flaps are retracted. I put down 10 anti-skid. See, do you know what I have to say to you? I don't think that would have worked because we don't have any hydraulics, do we? For not the flaps. Let's have a look and see. It's another good question. All this stuff, folks. A lot more to all the systems, how they work. Now the flaps didn't go down. All right, that's fine. But the minute I kick off the engines, then I get some hydraulics working. So I was a bit ahead of myself with the flaps there. So we leave them where they should be. Great. Anti-skid, yeah, I did that. Landing gear check down, fuel quantity check. That's going to come in with the sim brief. Battery 1 and 2 master bed, battery, external power on, strobe lights done, ADRS is aligned, APU engine fire test, that's fine. Instrument landing brightness, that's fine. Safety belt signs on. I did that. Yeah, safety belt signs on, no smoking signs on. Emergency exit signs, I did not do that. Boom. Annunciator lights, okay, we can test the annunciator lights. I'm going to push up the... Okay, that's over here, isn't it? There we go, just testing all the bulbs. Now we go to our flight plan. Now, into init. And init request. Redcap, greetings. And Stephen Allen, greetings. De-icing before takeoff. Do you know what, Stephen? You're absolutely right. And I'm going to get GSX, or whatever the hell you call it. I was hoping it was on the store. Actually, I remember now, I was waiting for it to come on the store. So I don't have to update all these separate programs, you know. So I hope it's on the store. Let me know if it is on the Microsoft Store. But I can't leave it too long because, you know, I'd have the de-icing and all that kind of stuff. Bit of crack. It means departure will take a little bit longer. A little bit more realistic as well when I get it going, you know. So thank you, Stephen Allen and Redcap. Evening to you both. We'll just put in flight into 01 here. Cost index of 5 will do. And a cruising level I said was flight level 300, which is 30,000 feet. Temperature looks about right there. That's great. Let's have a look then at our flight plan and get our departures and arrivals sorted out. So Echo Sierra Sierra Alpha, our departure. We want to depart runway 19 right. 19 right. 19 right. Let me double check that now. Ian, greetings, Ian Pollard. Greetings to you. Let's just double check that. Let's not rush the whole, you know. I want another screen, folks, so I can look over here. I'm going to move my whole sim so I can at least be ready for that. One nine right, yes. 19 right, just to be sure. Just to be sure. Great, 19 right, happy days. Boom. Boom. And our departure is going to be Rev or ES. I've written down here. Romeo Echo Sierra November S5 Golf. There we go. Boom. Insert. And for arrival, let's get rid of those messages down at the bottom here. That's your scratch pad down here, you see. Clear. And you get your messages there. Great. Great, great, great. Boom. Our destination, our arrival is runway 16 ILS, please. ILSY, ILSZ. Always choose the Z. Always choose the Z if you get 2, Y and Z. ILS runway 16. And our arrival is Alpha X, starts with Alpha X. Yeah, Alpha X uniform. Tango India 3D, but it leaves one digit out. I don't know why. I'll find out one day and I'll be very pleased. Insert. Now that's it. All the waypoints are put in. You just have to do your departure and arrival. So let's have a look at that. Let's go to ARC plan mode and interesting departure. All right, fair enough. And let's go next. Let's just make sure there's no discontinuities. Boom, 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 boom. That looks great. That's a 10 mile. Yeah, 10 mile final at least. And if you zoom out all the way, there we go. That looks nice, neat and tidy. Great. We'll put it to arc mode. We'll leave it at 20 nautical miles. RadNav. It does it automatically. Now, this thing, there's a lot of work going into the real aircraft, I'd imagine. What happens if you've got to come back, you got to have all that in your alternate setup. That's the one thing I have to learn, actually. Anyway, not learn, but I want to prove it to myself that I don't make an ass of myself in the stream. So that's our RadNav for the, if you need to go back. Init page 2, let's get our mass and balance out of the way. Page 2 over here, boom, a 0 fuel weight. Let's load the aircraft. We can load the aircraft. This is what GCS does, I believe, very well. It'll actually, you'll hear the passengers getting on and stuff, and you see them getting on and off and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to go instant. There we go. 155 people, which is planned. Interesting. What happens if you get, you know, sometimes people don't turn up? How does that work? Do you know? So I'll say, Captain, we're expecting 155, but only 150 have boarded. You know, they're late, close the doors. You've got to redo that. Can you change that? No. Okay. Great. So, 59.120. So I'm going to put 59.2. 59.2. It was a 29.2 for the C of G. 29.2. Oh, you fool. You took the wrong one. 59.2 and 31.5. 31.5. 31.5. Let's double check that. 59.2, 31.5. 59.2, 31.5. Happy days. Let's pop that in. Boom. Block fuel will be taken from Simbrief. Boom. Oh, I see a thing happened. And I'm so sorry it didn't go bing bing. I gotta fix that. I gotta really... Oh my god, Redcap, thank you so much. Redcap, folks. Wow. Redcap 282 has super chatted £10. He says, here's a tenner towards Ro Vanny Emmy. Oh, thank you. Redcap, thank you. And he says, here's a tenner towards Ro Vanny Emmy. Seeing as it was my suggestion, looking forward to it later is better for me. Let the turkey digest a bit. Yeah, maybe 9 o'clock is the way to go, you know, because, you know, you'll be all, yeah, and you know, as well, you can't just get out of the room when there's people. Yeah, so 9 o'clock. Let me know, Redcap, if 9 o'clock suits you and everybody else. Stick to 9 o'clock when you leave for Sundays, no, because that's when you expect it. Redcap is one of our long-time followers, subscribers. And are you a moderator, Redcap? If you want to be a moderator, let me know. And it's one of the very first people who've been watching the channel, certainly with the streams. Redcap, thank you very much for that. It's big time appreciated. And as you all know, it goes into the sim. It goes into airports and add-ons and stuff like that. Thank you so much, Redcap. I really appreciate that. So I'm going to keep an eye on the chat there because it's not going bing bing all the time. That's another thing I have to do. Which I'm looking forward to fixing. So, where was I? Flight planning. Yeah, so we put in the fuel, confirm block. Rather, in NIT page 2 now. And we're on NIT page 2. And performance. Go to performance. Boop. And we got to get our RV speed. So, we'll come back out here. You do it up here. Yeah, just do boop. That's kind of handy. Now, we're taking off runway. 19 right. Surface is dry. I want rain. I never get rain in my streams. Very rarely. Flaps, I always use 1. Force toga. So 3,000 meters, 3,300. I'm going to say no, because if it's over 2.5, I just has a rough guess. So we won't have. We'll do a flex takeoff, which is not full power. Anti-ice is off. Packs will be on. Let's hit that there. A cruiser says yes, 9 p.m. Great. So we can stick to our normal time. Happy days, folks. QNH is 90906, which is exactly what we have. 90906 and 9. Oh. Why does it do this? This always gives you the wrong QNH. For some reason. Hit the B button there to be sure. Yeah, 90903 is the actual. And let's calculate that. Good. 150, 150 and 152. Very close together. Isn't it? Don't forget now I have to record the takeoff. So what I'm going to do... Oh, I hit the wrong thing. What am I going to do? Because Clappy D's watching me. And I said I'd record the takeoffs as well. We've got to wait. Oh, no, hang on. I can't record the takeoff, folks. No, I can't. Because it'll screw up the sim. I didn't think about that. It's lucky I didn't try it. Because if it'll screw it up. I'll have to try that outside the stream. Because I know that'll screw it up. But we'll record the whole thing, right? From now, and we'll watch the takeoff at the other end. How about that? I think that'll please everyone because it will screw up the sim. They don't record it properly. It's just a Microsoft Flight Sim thing, you know. So we'll do it at the end of the stream, no? No. Gripper Sim, use your brain. Use your brain. 150, 150, 152. Boom. Let's double check that. 150, 150, 152, 150, 150, 152. Flaps down, flex temp 53. Flaps down, one flaps down 0.1. And flex temp 53. 53. Boom. And flaps 1 down 0.1. Boom. Very nice, very beautiful. Red Cap says yes to 9 o'clock. I think that's, yeah. Cool. Cool Bula. Predicted wind shear is on. This is the checklist. Predicted wind shear. Cabin door locked? Yeah, well. Barometric graphics is set. VOR ADF is required. FCTU altitude. Transition altitude here. As we're not. And that's another thing I want to do in the break, folks. If I get to do it tomorrow, because I only have tomorrow to play around with stuff. You know, VATSIM, and I keep saying VATSIM, it's driving me mad because I never get to it. I just want to do a practice run, is all. That's all I want to do. Where was I? FCDU altitude, we're looking at the transition altitude for where we are. Let's do a search here. Echo Sierra Alpha. No. Here. No. There we go. That's we want 5,000 feet. There, 5,000 feet, or by ATC. So transition 5,000 feet. Now I want to be quick. I want to get to this before it reaches 5,000. You know. So trans is 5. In fact, you know what we might do? No, we'll leave that. Now this stuff shouldn't be here. Okay, let's leave it. Okay, fine. Speed, heading, IRS alignment is checked. EFVA Arc 10 mods, we did that. Flight directors are both on. 1 onto 2, 1 onto 2. APU master's on, and started. Crew oxygen supply is on. I switched on the fuel pumps already. All the fuel pumps are on. Air conditioning, okay, fine. We put it on to low. Let's keep the passengers cold. It's Christmas. Navigation lights, they are already on. APU is available. External power off, so we can switch off the external power. Happy days. And now we're on to beacon light on. I think I switched that on already. Yeah, beacon light is on. And let's get Pushback and get out of here. That was done in 30 minutes. It takes 6 from that, so under 29 minutes. It takes a while, doesn't it? Take a little bit longer with GSX, I think. You know? Let's remove the chocks and cones and all that kind of stuff. Let's go to ground services. Let's get rid of the chocks and cones and the ground power unit. And make sure we have APU bleed on to start the engines, which is... Look, before you press, boom. APU bleed is now on. Now we can start the engines. Let's have a quick... Let's get the truck going. I'm going to have to give it a minute for the truck to press. Come on. Now, up, stop. Hang on. Whoa. Let's have a think. I want the nose. The tail to the left. I can break off now. Here we go. Starting engine number 1. On to ignition start. Sorry, engine number 2. Now we get our hydraulics for that side. Very good. Very nice. Let's start our turn. And GSX does this very well. Actually, no, that isn't. No, this is. Can you hear the engine starting up? Can you hear that? Let's stop to tug. Park and brake on. Let's have a look outside to see who's flying along. There won't be many this evening, but still, let's tag up. We have 2-3 Sierras with us. He's flying the helicopter. I think that's the helicopter I don't have. Osboy's with us. Osboy's is landed. Must be doing circuits in the A320 there, waiting for me. And NEME. Are you with us as well? Ian got TNT. Red Cap is with us as well in the V35. Of course, I don't have the VF35, so it won't show up. So we've got a few people coming and going. Oh, sorry, I hope I didn't make you dizzy there. There's someone else though. It's not coming up, but we'll have a look on the way, will we? Let's reset the cam there. And let's get engine number 1 started. Good stuff. And let's hop in the cockpit. So, very nice livery there. Very nice. That's got to be either someone in the sim or the traffic. I'm not too sure which. Let's tag up again and see if we can see him. No, it's not showing the tags. Okay, let's go. Let's get engine number 1 started. Engine number 1. Boom. Engine number 2 is already started. There goes the N2 spinning. No warnings. And we're going to get some temperature in here. And we're going to get the N1, which is outside fan, starting to spin, which is the important one as well. Well, it's the whole engine's important, but this is what gives us our oomph. Okay, so that's kicking off. Let's have a look at the checklist. Now, great. Okay, so that's kicking off there, as you can see. Can you hear it? It's very noisy out here. Now, I'll tell you what, I did notice. If I just pause for a second, I did notice, right? When I was outside in the stream, it's very loud, the engines. So let's go to general options. Right, that was very loud, wasn't it? Outside. So I'm going to sound here. And go, down you go. Down you go. The engines were a little bit too loud, weren't they? But I still want some engines in the cockpit. Let me know if the sound is displeasing you. So I just took off a little bit of the sting there. A little bit quieter now, I hope. Hello, Lonely Reaper. And chat to you as well. How are we all? We're all good. Lonely Reaper. We're all good. Everyone's still alive. Okay, good. And we're all started. So, oh, it's done that again. Look, it's choppy. And that is not... Oh, hang on. We got a warning here. Skipped frames detected 25% over the last 2 minutes. That will dissipate. I think it's the scenery. I have shit fast internet download here. So we'll clear that message there and we hope it doesn't happen again. And keep an eye on that, folks. I don't like that. You know, nobody likes the choppiness. That displeases everybody. Flaps to 1. And reject takeoff for brakes up to maximum. You can use your mouse to hit that button as well. And let's get our taxi lights on. Runway turn off lights to come on, taxi lights to come on. And we can put it on our weather radar now. Put it onto system 1. Predictor green shear's already on, and now we can start taxiing. Yeah, let's do the taxiing bit. So brakes off. Let's taxi. Let's go. A little bit of power. Let's have a look at the chat here. Let's have a look at YouTube. Euless, greetings. Euless Dimridag. I butchered your name. I'm going to apologise straight away. It says, hi Gripper, hope all is well. Fenix A320 or... I'm in the Fenix A320, yeah. He says he's the PMD 737. This is a Fenix Airbus A320, anyway, that I'm flying. Yeah. He also says, I have both, but keep finding myself on the left seat of the 737. Eunice, you know what? It's a personal choice, isn't it? It's a personal choice. Now, I wanted the 737, but it didn't come out. The Fenix came out first, didn't it? Or I didn't start in the Fenix, actually. It was on the fly-by-wire one. Now, I'm getting better at it, and I want to do the PMDG 737. I had it up the other day there, right? I had it up the other day, but it was all, it's all screwed up now. I'm going to have to get some, baby legs here, because we got to do some taxiing, folks. Yeah. It's red cap. I need to get that bloody plane. Let's get taxi instructions. Come on, give me some taxi. We're departing 19. I wish it'd just give you the runway here. Okay, let's ignore that then. Let us be clever about this. Now, skip some frames there. Right, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. What I'm going to use to get out of here, because it's a big airport, Navigraph charts. Let's go to taxi. Let's then go to, which one is it? Lots of bump there, lots of bump. Bump. No. Oh, you're starting me, Microsoft. I have to do this. Okay, it's showing up there. Okay, great. Let's go to taxi again. Bump. No. It's one of these. But it doesn't have the gates and everything. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's the only one that shows your position. So we're taking off runway 19. 19 right. So it's up here. So I need to taxi. I need to turn around here. Come back here. Oh, that's going to be messy. Yeah, that's not too difficult. I'm up here. Okay, great. Let's do that then, shall we? Let us do that. Adding a bit of power now. Now we can taxi. Come on. Brakes off, Mr. Airplane. Just takes a little bit of power there. A little bit more power. Come on. Come on, Mr. Airplane. You can do it. There we go. There's someone about to taxi there as well. So we're going to come off into this taxiway here, and we'll go all the way up to the end of runway 19. Oh, let's watch the lights here. Where's my yellow brick road? Now, I'm calling those yellow lines the yellow brick road. Because I'm foolish and unwise. This is going to take us home, isn't it? It's going to take us out of here. Lovely livery there who's flying the, is it a citation of some sort? I'll get your tags now. Hopefully your tag will show up. I know you're flying with this. It doesn't work very well with the tag sometimes, does it? No, I'm gonna go down this way now. Where are you taking me? 19, please. Okay, let's not panic. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering. We're going to turn around. Oops. There we go. Now I know what's happening. Ian has it. Ian got TNT, knows where he's going. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 runways here. And lots of taxiways. So Navigraph is great for finding our way around. So what I'm doing here is, let's see, there we go. Happy days. That's what's happening. Now GSX, isn't it? Has a follow me car. Yeah, well, I don't know. I think they might do that in America, but not in the busy airports. You need to know your stuff, and as far as I'm aware, there's lots of briefing in your taxiwaying and stuff, all that kind of stuff. You need to be familiar. And I think most pilots will be going to pretty much the same destination for periods of time, so they'll get to know the airport quite well. That's how that works. There we go. That's Ian dead ahead. Good stuff. Let's have a look at the chat. Yeah, I keep saying about the 737. I want to get into that as well. But I also said I want to do this with failures and stuff. So I think I should keep going with the Airbus for the moment, lads and lassies, you know? Really. Takeoff config. All good so far. Let's go to the checklist whilst we're taxiing. So, okay, transponders will come, probe window heaters and auto, spoilers are armed, flaps are set to take off, anti-ice not yet, auto brake, yes. Please don't crash, it's going to crash, it's going to crash, and I'm going to have a conniption. Ooh, when it makes that sound, folks, did you hear the sound? The bidoo. Like it's when you disconnect a USB port. Makes that sound and it crashes, folks. We got away with that well. Jeez. Anti-ice, auto brake yet, no light yet. Turn lane lights are on taxi where the radars are on, and all that kind of stuff. So takeoff config is already pressed. I'll put my constraints on now. Good. Boom. Let's assume we got our taxi instructions for line up and wait. There we go. Let's look to the right, to the left. Are we clear and all that kind of crack? We've given permission to line up and wait. So right at the end of the runway. I'd like to use all the runway, if at all possible, folks. All the runway. Decluttering. There we go. So I didn't necessarily follow the yellow line there. Remembering that the nose wheel is right underneath me. Let's get that aircraft lined up here before we start adding loads of power. There we go. Happy days. Okay, now we can put our transponder on. Transponder is on. TCAS I'm going to put in TA only. We've got our flaps, we've got our spoilers, and let's go to the checklist for takeoff checklist. No, oh yeah, the lights. Take off, landing lights on. We're clear. And we're clear to go. Does not landing a TCAS transponder, take off config chrono. We're all good. Let's hit the chrono. Timer. We're ready to go. Put my pen down. Get rid of okay. So flex takeoff, and let's go. All ready to go. Happy days. I'm going to read those comments now when I get off the ground. So 50% of the power, feet on the brakes, that's not wasting any runway. 50%, not 49, and not 51. That'll do. I'm going to be here all day trying to get that. There we go. Feet off the brakes. Very gently up to flex power. Flex power. So we have. And the center line. Manual flex. 53 SRS, we have runway set to nav, and we have auto throttle. Blue. Forward on the stick. Release the tension at 100 knots roughly, I believe, roughly there. Not that it makes a difference we're in the sim. 120 knots now. We're bombing down. V1, rotate 3 degrees per second. Nice, gently. Up to 15 degrees. There we go. Positive rate gear up. Nice one. That looks all good. And it's a little bit under 15 here. It should be accelerating. Shouldn't it? 180 knots now, waiting for the CDS here. That means, now 1500 feet, of course. Usually it's 1500 feet above the ground to take the throttle back to climb. Throttle coming back to climb. That is set. Climb thrust. I'm happy with that. Let's start our turn. Why is it slowing down? Oh, 10 degrees. There you go. Now we're accelerating. It's a simulator. You know, now we're accelerating. Doing our turn. Happy days. Let's put on autopilot 1. Boom. And flaps up now. Have a look outside very quickly. Oh. I was expecting to see the runway, but no. It's quite cloudy. Look at that fog. I love it. You know, it's all foggy and hazy close to the ground. And no, Sim, no, don't you dare. I have to see this window here. I have to highlight this window to stop it from doing that. I'm going to be furious if that was choppy in the replay. I will be furious. I didn't need the buttons cam there. I should have had that in my controls. Good, autopilot's still active. So, we want to disarm stuff and things. We don't need the lights now. We want to disarm the spoilers. The brakes are set to off, the auto brakes. And let's have a look at our after takeoff checklist. After take, just keep. Oh, let's keep climbing. Yeah, I know. I can't do it quickly though. I can't do it quickly enough. Can't do it quickly enough. Pull to standard. I want the buttons. I want to have a button for this. That's so frustrating. The QH. So we're set to standard now. We're now climbing up to 30,000 feet. Flight level 30. It's armed there. I'm guessing it's blue, meaning it's all armed. That's armed. We're going to go to 30,000 feet. Okay. Which is our flight level. Climbing nicely at 3,400 feet a minute. We're doing our turn. And after takeoff checklist. Where was I? After takeoff checklist. Oh. Gears up and retracted. Yes, it is. No lights as well. Flaps are retracted. Spoilers are disarmed, which I just did. Thrust is set to climb because we have confirmation here, but more importantly, it says it here. You know, because if you've got a manual throttle at home, I have the Thrustmaster one of these, and it has the detents, and I have the detent switched on. But when you have some other one that doesn't have detents, it can be messy, and you're going, it's not doing autopilot, because you have to have thrust climb here. Make sure that's set. Autopilot API, autopilot 1 is on. Nose light is off, and marine turn off lights are off. Good. Climb. Barometric graphics set to standard. Yes, it is. Above 10,000 feet now. When we get to 10,000 feet, landing lights off. God, it happens quick, doesn't it? Landing lights are off. Anti-ice, we're okay for the anti-ice for the moment. Safety belt sign is off. And that's it. That is it. We're off, folks. We're off.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may realize your safety belts and stumble around the cabin now. We'll be passing out alcohol shortly. Please order more than just one drink at a time, as is customary. The toilets are also ready for use, while left it do now to defecate is beyond us. Thank you.
I suppose, you know, I'm being a bit mean. You can't get the shits. You know, you're up at 5 o'clock. All your body's upset. I never got it. You can get the shits, can't you? But I haven't. I'm sure some people do. I went straight to the toilet. I just never really understood why. And I'm being mean, I know. You know, I'm just now we're coming up to the cruise now, and let's get some eye candy. So what we're going to do, folks, right? When we get to the other side, we're going to do the takeoff replay and the landing replay. So I think that's the best way. Oh wow! I've got a new thing here. Just make me sure. Yeah, I read that one. Great. So I'm just trying to keep up with the comments, folks. Really, you know. Now there is another comment on YouTube. Euless, let me know how to pronounce your name, so I will remember. Ulyss Dimitrak. You were just saying there, Phoenix Airbus is lovely, so I totally understand. We are blessed with the incredible airplanes in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Great time for simmers. It is a great time for simmers, it really is. Because what's 50 quid for this? You know, and they used to be, I think PMDGs would be cheaper than it used to be. It used to be 100 quid. You know, I'm just going to get some eye candy here while we're chatting, folks, and get rid of the camera, okay? I'll be back though. It is a great time for simmers. It really is. And look at this weather. You've never had anything remotely like real live weather. Really. Not like this. Not with the live traffic. See the streaks up there? That's live traffic. See that streak there? That's the contrail. You know, if you see those streaks, that's real live traffic. You know? It's incredible. There is real Airbus A320 pilots, and they're flying this and go, and they're quite surprised at how realistic it is. You know? So that's great. So it's a great time to be a simmer. You're absolutely right. Now, with regards to the Airbus and the 737, it's subjective which you like. Now, of course, I like the Airbus now because I'm biased. You know, I'm biased, but that's only because I know how to work the Airbus to a certain extent now. But when I get to know the 737 a bit, then I'll be able to judge which I think is better for me. So I may end up preferring the 737 by PMDG, which they're really good. You know? Oh, hop in here. That one. There we go. Lonely Reaper's catching up. He says, I'm just obeying speed laws. I have to catch up. Well, you can hit the Y button, Lonely Reaper. You know, you can slew. You can slew. More chats on... there's that airplane there. I'm trying to get your tag there. Who is that? I like the livery you have. And I like the cut of your jib. Because it's a nice... It's a nice machine. Let me just see if I can tag up here. The tag won't come up. I wonder... There is a way to switch off your tags. Because everyone else's tags is coming up. I think you can switch off your tags, folks. You know? No, poor Lonely Reaper, he says, he's trying to catch up with us. He says, I may have to use this too because my engines have shut off. Yeah, I did that once in the stream. I did. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting some. Now we're getting some contrails going, folks. There we go. That's a picture and a half. Is it not? Green area is the livery for today. Clappy D, thank you for putting the Discord there on YouTube. For those of you on Streamlabs, I'm going, on Twitch, I'm going to put that on Twitch as well. Thank you, Clappy D, you are a hero. Those of you on Streamlabs, Control V, there we go. The Discord is exception friendly, and I had an idea. I know about simmers. Simmers kind of tend to be, you know, intelligent people. I'm not intelligent, but most simmers, some of our crew now, right, in the Discord, they know everything about these jets. They are absolute, incredibly intelligent, and I could prove it to you, because if you go back and look at the old streams, going back when I started to learn, I learned on the stream. And they, you know, I asked everybody, and I still am, you know, and they'll help out. So it's great, you know. Let's read the comments here. We're chatting amongst yourselves. Mr. Rainbow's with us. Mr. Rainbow loves coffee. Hello there, Mr. Rainbow loves coffee. I hope you're doing well. Mr. Rainbow loves coffee. Welcome on YouTube. Welcome. Peter Bebbington's with us. He says, I'm thinking of getting a Stream Deck to add some buttons functionality. Do you use one? Is it worth the investment? Yes, it is. Now, actually, Peter, right? They have a new Stream Deck out with buttons on it, with switch buttons. Okay? I'll talk about the one I have first, right? It's great for switching views. I'm using my Stream Deck. Look. Boop. I just have to press the button. I don't have to go into the menus, you know. I have to activate the screen though. You know, that's just a button. I'm clicking the button here. I'll show it to you now in a second. I've also, you can have your flaps, you can have anything you want on the buttons, right? Even the sounds. You know, if I want buttons to bark now. You know? It's great. Now, I haven't utilised it fully, but the new one, Peter, with the buttons, you can have that set to, you know, let me get into the cockpit here. Control shift back to the cockpit. So you see the difficulty I have with these buttons here, trying to get the mouse on them. You know, I'd like a button for the Q&H. Apparently you can map it all. The Mach, the landing. Now I don't know how many buttons it has, but even, you know, this sort of stuff. I'm kind of thinking, you can buy this. You can buy this bit here. You can buy this bit here. You can buy all of this, but it's expensive. You know, now I have a real sim gear as well, so the Stream Deck might be the man. I don't know how many switch, like dial buttons it has, like buttons like this, or if they pull it and pull in, but it looks really good. And I'm now upset because we don't have the buttons on my Stream Deck because it's a new Stream Deck. Let's think of where we are now in space and time. Let's go to flight plan. Got 216 miles to go, so we've got loads of time. 215 now. So coming up to our 30,000 feet. Safety belt signs are off. I didn't switch them off, I did. Good. So now we have time to look at the Stream Deck. Peter says, oh great, is that the same as the Nopster? I don't know. Let's have a look at the Nopster. Let's get the web page up. Let's just get our airplane here. So we can talk to the crews now, which is great. Look at that airplane, if you can see it. I can see it because I've got fork. Look at that, guys. See, that's traffic. That's real world traffic. That's so cool. Hang on now. Let's put this. Yeah, let's get my face on here. Let's start where I finished here. Right. So where's the face? Face, buttons, cap. Here we go. Now, so to show you my Stream Deck here. Okay. Now, as far as I know, the new one has twisty dials on it. Twisty dials. I don't know if you can pull them out, push them back in again, because that'd be great. But look, if I want to, I don't want to reset the cam. If I want to go inside, you know, and you can program it for anything, but make sure you get your mouse and activate your screen. Boom. See? Boom. You know, all sorts of views. I should have one for control, you know, anything. It's great. I go up intro and outro here. I haven't used that for a while. Anything you want, sounds. You can change the. You can have your own fonts, or if you're, you know, little fonts here and stuff. Now, let's get the web page out there and have a look at the new Stream Deck. Sorry. All right, I took you out there. Stream Deck. Stream Deck. This is why the Discord is so good, folks, because you'll go on the Discord and you ask people, what do you think? Anyone have a Stream Deck, you know? Anyone have this hardware? What's it like? Is it worth it? How much is it? Where did you buy it? You know? And all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to the Stream Deck. Elgato.com, by the way, is where you get the Stream Deck. I'm just looking at the page here. Let's just have a look here. Boom. Okay. I'm sure I saw one with buttons on it. 149 for the small one. See, you can change all your things, but you want twisty dials for flight sim. This is huge. You know, where is the new one? God, I hope I'm right now, because I don't see any twisty buttons here. Let's go into their store and see what they have. Where's their store? Store. Stream Deck. Here we go. Stream Deck. I thought there was the one with twisty buttons and I don't see it here now. Or maybe it's coming out. Stream Deck Mobile XL, that's the one I have. Mini. No. Damn. Maybe it's something else. I'm sure I saw twisty buttons. Maybe it's not out yet. That's the exact one I have now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's the one I have. With the twisty dials, lads. And glasses. Let's see the twisty dials. Any keyboard combination, right? Websites, anything. Damn. You know, I don't see it there. Is it called something else? Oh, bummer. Let's search for... I'm going to take this off here and search for a new Stream Deck. New Stream Deck with buttons. Sure, I saw it there. Let's move this over here. Is that it? There it is, there. Thomann. Oh, look, it's Thomann. These guys are great. Thomann. Elgato Stream Deck Plus. Thomann are a German company, folks. I've got my mics and stuff from them, and they are absolutely trustworthy, I can guarantee you. Yeah. They're absolutely fabulous, Thomann. 229 bucks. So that's pretty cool. Look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 twisty knobs. So it didn't have it on their main website, but Thomann are like, I ordered stuff from them on the morning one day, and like a Tuesday, it came on Wednesday evening. I was like, what? And I'm in Ireland. Thomann are very trustworthy. You can always trust the Germans. So I got a Stream Deck Plus, but they have a lot more buttons. You know, that's this stuff here. Is there a bigger one? Now I know this is for all sound, for sound, but you can use it for anything. You know, that's the one there. But I want more buttons. Let's go back here and see. Elgato. 1, 2, 3, well, that's the one. 200 bucks, 200 euros. Now, also, you see, you're thinking you've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buttons there, right? So you can actually have a folder here, and in the folder you have another 4 buttons. You know, so that's fine. It's not a big issue. But, you know, I'd love to see if this works with Flight Sim. You know, so that's the Elgato Stream Deck. Very good for Flight Sim. Also, with Thomann, you just send it back if you're not happy. Just send it back. I did that. I wasn't happy with what I bought, and they said, no problem. Send it back to us. Do you want us to credit your account, or do you want to buy something else? Thomann are absolutely brilliant. It's a sound company, but anyway, I just saw it there. So why don't Elgato have that in their website? Elgato. You know, why don't they have Stream Deck Plus? Oh, they do. I just missed it. I'm a dummy. There it is. 229 now. But I think, for me anyway, I get it back quicker. There we go. So, that's the one, my friend. That is the one. That's the one I get now. I have to go back again. That's so cool. That's really cool. Because if you think about it, if you get the actual... Look at this here. Look at this. This is what I'm thinking of doing, right? In the future, if things turn out to plan with this economy at the moment. What I would like is something like this. A320, what's it called? What's the... I've just gone blank there. This bit here. What's that called? FMA? Flight Management... What's it called? The FMA or something? Only Ripper may have sorted out his engine issue. Peter says yes, Stream Deck Plus, that's the one. Somebody's following you, laughing out loud, says Stream Deck Coffee. Or sorry, Mr. Rainbow loves coffee. Great, you're pleased. Now, before I keep, because you know what I'm like, we're going to have to descend here already, right? So that's about 62 miles, 5 miles out. So let's get ready for arrival, shall we? So let us go to my flight and get the weather to start with. Approach. The QNH is going to be 909 0. So I'm going to put it in here. 909 0. And I'm also going to put it in here. Enter destination data. Clear. Just clear the message. Go to performance. Next phase, next phase, next phase. Oh, previous phase. We want this here. QNH is, I said 909 0. 909, that's going to be important. The temperature, I'll read it for you. So, Echo Foxtrot Victor Alpha is the IK identifier for the airport we're on. On the 22nd at 17:50 Zulu, this was issued, the actual report. It's auto-generated. The wind is 2709 knots, veering between 250 and 310 knots. Visibility 999, it's in meters, 10k or more. Overcast 500 feet. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Temperature -1, dew point -2, 909 0, QNH. Yeah. So we're going to have an interesting one in here, folks. 270 at 9 knots. 270, 09. Boom. What did I say the temperature was? 1 degree, was it? -1? Is it -1? -1. M1. Minus, which is here. -1 the temperature. Great. Let's get our minimums here. That's going to be important. Let's go to our little friend here for our approach. Let's put in the ICAO there. And it is Echo Foxtrot Victor Alpha. Boom. Vasa, Finland. Let's go to approach. We want ILS for 16. ILS set for 16. Thank you. There we go. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Missed approach time straight ahead to turn. Okay, let's just do what we're doing. 1700 feet. Oh, yeah, okay. Minimum 221 feet. Okay, that's fine. So you got a little bit to go. With regard, we're going to make minimums, is what I'm saying, with the forecast. So Sid say it was overcast 500 feet, and the decision altitude is 221 feet. So the airfield is 21 feet above. Okay, there it is, 21 feet. So fine. So we're going to make it. We're going to get in. So our minimums for Class C is 221. 221. 221. Barrow boop. Now when I get to when I'm landing, when I get to 221 feet, it's going to say minimums, and at that point I should be able to see the runway lights. Okay, and if I don't, I'm going around. But we so far, unless the weather gets worse, we'll make it. So that's that done. Remember now the 20 miles out thing. I'm going to put it in ILS here, so I don't have to worry about it later. I'll check that now. So we've got to check the frequency of the localizer. The localizer frequency is 108.5. There we are. The approach course is 154. So let's confirm that. Let's go into RadNav. 108.5. Approach course 154. Perfect. So that's all good and tuned in. So it does it for you automatically. You don't have to go fiddling with the radios, which is great on the Airbus. You do have to on the 737. A lot more work at the 737, I feel. Okay, so that's good. What else did I like to do here? So we're going to do our cruise checklist now, just to make sure I've covered everything. So check ECAM, yeah, that's all fine. Check the weather, we just checked the weather. Select approach, which we have already. MCDU performance page. We've done that, and we've checked the QNH, the temperature, the winds, the transition altitude, the minimums, and the landing config. Let's just go over the transition altitude again. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet. Happy days, and that will do. 5,000 feet. I'm going to write that down because that's can be an issue, right? 5,000 feet. Times 5,000. 2, 3. Frequency, final approach course done. Just looking at stuff. That's all the frequencies for the radio. We don't have to worry about that today. We missed approach, which is a possibility still, obviously. Climb straight ahead to Toga, climbing to 2,300 feet. And one little thing I want to check here, okay, is if I go over to our little pad here, I'm going to go to sim settings. And I'm going to go to, I think it's this one. Yeah. It won't save it. Nav and go around. This means when I'm on the autopilot and I have to go around, I just add full power and it'll keep the nav going and it'll have the go around plugged in. Right, so that's not there. It's no brake fans there. I don't know what's going on here. Why it won't do that. Just won't save it. Oh. So if it saved a fault, I don't know. I have to do it every time, it looks like. Anyway, what I really wanted there is it'll also warn you about ice detection as well. And these apparently are add-ons in the Airbus. You've got to pay like a car for more stuff, you know. So there you go. That's all on. So I was talking about the go around there. So let's just have a look at the go around. We're going to be quick now. We've got 20 miles to go before we start our descent. So climb straight ahead to Tugo. That's down here. Okay, and we can do hold and Tugo. Easy. You know how to do the holds. That's simple. What's the height though on the go around? 2,300 feet. The height of the 1,700 feet to join the ILS. So for our descent, I'm going to put 1,700 feet in. 1,700 feet. So you won't descend unless you push the button in, you know. 1,000. Click here for the hundreds. 1,700 feet. So all I have to do is push it in, which is up arrow. And then we start our descent. And we want to do our descent at this point here. Let's put the terrain radar on the co-pilot side there. So we have 16 miles to go. So let's do my little maths thing here for shits and giggles. Let's go to flight plan. We have 106 miles to go. We're 30,000 feet, so 90 miles out we're going to start our descent. So we're not far off. So 90 miles out. 90 miles out. So what I've done there is just, it's a rule of thumb, you know. I mean, it's usually not far off. In America you add 10 and it seems to work out. I don't know why. You know, so it would be 100, you know. So that's what that wide arrow is for. So we've got 10 miles before our descent. Now interesting, what I'm going to do here, so it's exactly 10 there now, right? So take 10 for what we have. I'm 1 mile out, you know, so that's great. What I want to try here now is I want to kick off the descent, right? So let's say if I do it too early. So I'm going to push the knob in. There it is, it's managed now. It's not going to descend really until, so I've done it early. It does descend, but not very fast. So we're going to be a little bit early, but that's okay. And what it's saying here now is this squiggly line, that's when we're back on profile. So it's not going to descend too much. I don't know the logic of that yet, but it will start. We'll enjoy it there. So we're on our descent, happy days, great. So descent checklist, FCDU altitude is pushed and set. 1,700 feet is the base of the ILS. And that's where we join the ILS. And of course, being an Airbus, I know it says here don't go below 2,300 and it rocks UD here. But it don't know, the computer knows that, you know. Safety belt sign. Let's put the safety belt sign on. Safety belt sign on. Didn't hear any toilet flushes. I heard one at the beginning. Do you know what I mean?
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be making our approach shortly. We ask that you take your drinks to your seat and fasten your safety belt. We'll be offering more drinks shortly. Also, we would like to take this time to thank you all of our subscribers and members for supporting our endeavors. If you are not a subscriber on Twitter or member on YouTube, please
Just gotta get rid of my face for the moment.
in order to secure our adventures far into the future. Thank you.
There you go. Control spacebar. Let's have a look outside. Okay, so we're descending nicely. Everything's fine. Nothing bad's going to happen. Ooh, look at that. So we're crossing over the sea. Is the Bering Sea? I'm guessing. Look at that, folks. It's all snowy. It's all snowy in Finland. Let's tag up. We've got 23 Sierra, and of course it's not showing anybody else. I'll leave it on and we'll spin around again because I know some of you are on. By the way, we're on the North European server. You can friend me on within Microsoft Flight Simulator. By the way, not Xbox because I don't play the Xbox at all, hardly. And I'll accept it. Don't forget about the Discord. Oh, and hit the like button. That'd be nice. That would please me. So more people could see this, you know. No, nobody knows I'm here, you see, is the problem. Now, while we're on our descent, I'm going to get this up here and show you. If I can find it. FCDU, is it? FCDU? Or MCDU? No, that's the flight computer. The multifunction panel? No. I'm just looking here on the other window. So you can get all this fancy stuff here in these places. Now, this is why I wouldn't be interested in... That's going to be a fortune. You don't want that because that's it's for a Cessna or single engine, you know. You get all this stuff here. It's mad money. But I'm looking for just the autopilot panel, you know. And I just can't for the life of me. I got all these damn acronyms, and it costs about 800 quid. So what I'm saying is, the Stream Deck might do that because you want it for any airplane, you know. I mean, that's for flight schools, really, you know. But sometimes they sell the little bits. I don't know who these people are here at all, but you know, that's why I think the kind of, you know. But I just can't. I have it on my iPad, but you can buy this bit, this bit, and this bit. That's all you need. Now, this bit and this bit, maybe. Which would be great. They do make them for flight sim, but I would like it. I just look at, you know, it's my hobby. It's my hobby. I can't have it, but it would sit nicely somewhere. Yeah, and I think I wonder would it work for the 737 as well. You know, because it's all the same, the autopilots. I have a red sim gear, but they don't support, you know, other airplanes. But the beauty of it is, if I could find the right website over the years, you know, you start with this bit here, this bit, and then you might get this bit here, you know, and then you might get another bit here, and then the control column. And over the years you build it up, you see. It'll come up to about 30 grand. You can buy them. They're about 30 grand for the whole sim. But if you do little bit by little bit, you know, over the years, you'd end up... you just get a carpenter to build you the shell. I think you can build the whole shell, so the whole cockpit. You can build the whole shell. You can get the whole shell, right? And then you can start spitting bits and pieces into it over the years, you see. And then you end up with a procedural trainer, which would be hilarious, you know. That'd be great. So we're on profile. I'm watching this as I'm talking. So we're on profile. Everything's fine. We're now nothing here yet. How far are we out? 59 miles to go. And my new rule, right? My new rule is I'm going to shut up and just talk about what I'm doing from 20 miles out. That's my new rule. And I tell you why. Because I keep talking. Sorry, I'm burping here because I'm drinking fizzy Coca-Cola. Robin, sorry. And I'm looking over at the other screen and I'm talking and chat, and then all of a sudden I'm 10 miles out and I haven't activated approach phase. I haven't changed the QNH. I've gone to the transition altitude, you know. In fact, maybe at the transition altitude I should change that and then shut the hell up, because I'm distracting myself. So that's the new rule. So I'm going to go to the transition altitude. That's a good. I think that's a better Cloppy D, isn't it? You know. Where is my window gone for the YouTube chat? Sorry, folks. Where are you? There you are. There you are. Okay, let's have a look at the YouTube comments there. MCP, thank you. What's it stand for? Multi. Let me search it in here in the bar. We got a bit to go. MCP, is it MCT? Airbus Flight Simulator. MCP A320. Flight control unit. No, it's something else in the Airbus. It's something else in the Airbus. I was just looking at it the other night. Multi-control panel. So here you go. Right. Here you go. Flight deck solutions. What's this? Oh, look here. I haven't seen this. There's loads of companies that do this stuff. Let's have a look here. That's, you're right. So, narrow body trainer. So that's, you can buy it like that. That looks good. Doesn't it? Oh, there's something upset. Look to get the screens on everything, folks. Look at this! And there's the shell I was talking about. Stop going back. Look! You put that... But you see, folks, what you could do then is you contact an old pilot there, any airline pilot, and say, look, I've got a procedure trainer. You can charge for it. That's mad money. It's just crazy money. That'll never happen. But still, I'd like that little piece. So where's that piece? Flight deck solutions. Components, here we go. MCDU. MCDU. No. No, it's not. Damn acronyms. I thought it was a multi-control display unit. Multi-control display unit. I thought it was a multi-control... Oh, here we go. I didn't click far enough. No, that's the feckin' computer. $1,000? Yeah, thanks. I'd rather use a sim. Thank you very much. Where is it? Avionics software? No, I don't want the software. I'm keeping an eye on my altitude here. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet. And that's when I'm going to shut up. We got 7,000 feet to go. They had a picture of it there. Can you go to the products page maybe and just scroll down? You can get the overhead panels and everything, you know? It's bizarre. Configurations maybe. Instructor stations. I don't know where I'm looking, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I did see them and they're about 800. I think this the website, I haven't looked at that website there, I just showed you, but you can definitely get this bit and this bit. I think it's about 600 quid or something. And that's all you need, plonk it on top of your, you know. But there we go. Okay, we're coming in. Damn it, we're too high, look. We're too fast, we're too high. So I'm going to put the brakes out. And on the flight computer there, it's going to say more drag, and it does. So you've got to manage your descent. It's not going to be able to do it for you. So we're okay, we're fixing it. We're fixing it. So we're not too high. See what happens when you're not paying attention. 10,000 feet now. We put on the landing lights. Let's get ready for our checklist here. Let's stay ahead of the game. So checklist, I've done that already. Okay. Engine range fine. Constraints here on ILS. We've confirmed the ILS frequencies. There we go. We're coming back onto profile here. I'm going to keep the brakes on. This is what I've discovered, folks. Let me get my face back on here. My apologies. Let's get the face on. Let's get the everything ready. So just let's. Okay, so descent FCA altitude assess. Safety belt signs on. Anti-ice. Not yet. We're fine for that. Barometric reference. We're going to set that at 5,000 feet, which is the transition altitude. When more than 10,000 feet, the landing lights come on, and producer buttons stowed and secure. Producer buttons is stowed and secure. Descent checklist complete. Now there we go. That's what I was going to say. So I didn't get that in time. So see the end of the line here? That's when it's going to have to add power. So you want to take the brakes off just before you get to that line. Now we're back on profile and we're all happy. And we're now 12 miles out. Transition is 5,000 feet. So it looks like more than likely I'll have to lower stage flaps 1 at 10, 8, flaps 2 gear down, and then flaps 3 and 4. So that's all good. Everything looks fine. Let's have a quick look at last look outside. I want to say hello to the peeps here. No, it's not tagging you up. Tag up. Tag up, Flight Simulator. Tag up. I want to say hello to the boys. It's so annoying. It works in the Sunday stream. You know? But sometimes on these big jets it doesn't seem to work very well. So QNH is... My flight please. Hurry up. Arrival. Let's refresh the weather. Well, QNH is 1. It's not 101, no, I'm telling you that right now. 9er, 9er, and 1. 9er, 9. See, it changes. 9er, 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 1. We're coming up to. We're going to switch now to 9er, 9er, 1. 1. So if we've got permission to send, yeah, it's going to give out now because they're not the same. See, that's why I want the button. 9er, 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 1. Let's get approach mode. Jesus, approach mode on. Activate approach phase. Confirm. Okay, we're now 11 miles out. We'll start slowing down. Speed checks for flaps 1. See, it gets busy very quickly. Flaps 1 is 230 knots. We can do flaps 1. Flaps 1 is coming down. And we'll start slowing down now. That was very quickly. Rearrange constraints. I'm mumbling. Good. Now we're going to have to hit the approach phase then. Now we're getting on profile. So the next step is to activate approach phase. We're slowing down nicely. Flaps 2 at 200 knots. Flaps 2 now. Gear down. Gears in transition. 3 reds. I love the sounds. We are recording. Flaps 3 is at 185. Speed checks. Flaps 3. This is going very well, and I should have spoke too early. I spoke too early, you know. So no more looking at the sea. I'm looking over at the chat. I'll answer your questions and I'll respond to your chat there when we get on the ground. Okay. 160 knots. I'm looking for 140. Flaps 4 now. Full flaps. Gears down. 3 greens. 140 knots. We're just under the glide slope. And I'm not going to turn on the approach mode. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Oh, we'll on the approach mode. Approach mode aren't. So we've got Cat 3 single. Set barrow is set for 221 feet. 8.8 miles to go. So I'm set up nice and early. I just got a little bit ahead of the airplane there, which I prefer. Look at that view, folks. Won't tag up with you boys, I'm sorry. Maybe on the ground. Very nice. So we're all configured. Let us screw myself up and disengage the autopilot. It's the other button on my controls. Oh, you want to see what I'm doing here as well. Less is more. Autopilot off. It's going to give out to me now. Yep. Autopilot off, less is more. I'm going to adjust my view here so I can see everything. There we go. 800 feet a minute is what I want. Hands on now. Less is more. I've got better eyes on that. What else my constraints now? I don't want to descend below that next waypoint. This is more very, very gentle on the control column, as you can see. Now I know I'm not using the side stick. I'd like to have them, but I've no room for it. 800 feet, do nothing. Less is more. And just turn a little bit to the right here. Don't look outside, gripper sim. I don't want to look outside until minimums, okay? You'll see my eyes looking up at the camera. It's very hard to do that, though. Do you know? 800 feet we still have. We've got 800 feet a minute in this thing, you're happy. 140 knots, all looking good. Oh, I looked up there and I saw the runway. Don't look up, gripper sim. It's so hard not to look out. I'm looking in. Ready for the throttles, to take the throttles back. And retard at about 30 feet.
1,000.
1,000 feet to go. A little bit to the right. A little bit. Gets very sensitive the closer you get to the ILS. There's a wind coming from the right. Now, I'm not going to be responsible for this landing because that wind, it doesn't do crosswind very well in Flight Simulator. So if you're having problems with a crosswind and it goes off the runway, no matter what rudder pedals you put in, you know, brakes are on, and I forgot to do that. Arm. Brakes are on. Good. Now that'll scoot my ILS a little bit. But I had it there. Very well done. Let's just look up a little bit. Okay.
500.
We're not at minimums yet. I'm going to not look out now. Less is more.
400.
400 feet to go. If I go half scale, I'm screwed.
300.
A little bit to the right now, following the flight director. 300 feet to go. 140 knots. 100 above minimums now.
200.
200 feet to go now.
Minimum.
Looking out. Landing.
100.
Continue. Continue landing. Take a little bit of power back now.
50. 40.
Not all of it.
30. 20. Retard.
Let's get it. Now, the power went on there because that floated me down. Bugger, why did the power increase? There we go. Reverse thrust. And pull it back there. Let's jam on the brakes there. 80 knots. So interesting. Brakes off. Auto brakes off. Interesting. On the approach there, it added power when we, you know. I don't think I retarded the throttle soon enough, but I did. So it just added loads of power there in the auto throttle. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just don't know why, folks. Now, when we taxi in, we are going to have a look at the takeoff and the landing. This is a small little airport. I'm going to stop here. We're going to clean up. So that was a floaty landing there, and it added power. I don't know why. If anybody knows why, let me know, because that's really annoying. Okay, we're going to park up here. Park brake on. Let's tidy up the aircraft with memory items first. Okay, so the TCAS can come off. The transponder can come off to standby as well. We can. I'm not going to take the flaps off for the replay. Spoilers are disarmed. Let's switch off all the radars so we don't fly someone on the ground. That's the radar there. Auto with predicted wind shears off. Get rid of the terrain. We need some lights. Landing lights off. Runway turn off lights and taxi lights. And there's always something I forget here. What is it? Little man at the back of my head. It's always something I forget. The APU has to come on. Master 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. Boom. Start. Okay. after landing checklist is weather radar off. Yes, it is. Flaps are retracted. I'm not retracting the flaps. I will retract the flaps. This is going to be tricky. Look, it doesn't matter. I'm going to retract the flaps anyway. In the replay, it's not going to show any flaps, okay? TCAS is off. Transponders off. Predictor wind shears off. Yes, it is. Nose light is on. Taxi light is... Sorry, nose light is on to taxi. Nose lights... Landing lights off. Spoilers retracted. APU masters on. APU starters good. Anti-ice is required if we didn't need any. So, great. APU is kicking off there. I can have a look here at the APU. There we go. It's kicking off there now, and it'll come up as available shortly. Let's taxi to a gate. Any old gate will do. It's a small little airport. Adding a little bit of park and break off. So we're going to be going from here to Santa's Village, folks. And thank you very much. Oh, sorry. God, we got more super chats there. Was it Redcap that gave a super chat? Yes, it was. Redcap gave a super chat to get the runway. Thank you very much. And also, my absolute apologies to venue status 100. My absolute apologies to you because I didn't spot that. You know, I'll just taxi in here. Thank you very much. Let me just see here. That's five Aussie dollars. Is that Aussie dollars? Thank you very much. Wow. I'm gonna sneeze. COVID. So, I can break on. I'm not gonna switch off the engines because we're going to do the replay. Thank you very much. Let me just see. I'm gonna move the screen over here now, so you can see. It should. My Bing has gone crazy. It's not working. Thank you so much, Venturus 100. Thank you very much. Super chatted $5. And an hour ago, Redcap super chatted £10. He says, here's a tenner towards Rovani Emmy, seeing as it was my suggestion. Looking forward to it. Later is better for me, meaning that we're going to stream at 9 o'clock on Sunday, which is Christmas Day. Let the turkey digest a bit, says Lonely Redcap. Thank you so much, Redcap. Thank you, Redcap and Venturous. I butchered your name. My apologies for butchering your name. Let me know how to pronounce it in the chat there. So that should have gone bing, bing, and I used to, and I've changed nothing. So that's another thing I've got to fix because I need those notifications to thank people. Do you know? It's just not cricket, folks. YouTube there, let's see what you're saying there before we have a look at the replay because I've missed loads of stuff. We're talking about the Stream Deck. You were happy with that. MCP Jalpino was saying, yeah, it was the autopilot, the multifunctional display here that you can buy. So I don't know if you get this bit. I'd love this bit. They sell this bit here, but it's too big. I just want a button to cancel it, but I can do that on the Stream Deck, can't I? Or something. Producer Buttons is kicking off now with all the excitement. Clappy says that was good. Jalpino says Buttons has deboarded, evacuated the plane. Yes, Producer Buttons is up now again, aren't you, Producer Buttons? Is it 8 o'clock yet? Because that's when she gets her. Oh, no, it's 20 to 8 Buttons. That's when you get your next thing that begins with T. Jalpino Buttons, yeah, okay. So Ian Pollard then says, good flight. Catch you on the next one. Thanks, Ian. Thank you very much. Okay, folks, let's not waste any time and look at the replay, shall we? I really appreciate your super chats, by the way. Wow, that's incredible. Absolutely super. Oh, you can watch Producer Buttons drive me to bed there, folks. There you go. You can't see your tail wagging because the camera doesn't. Good little dove. You just hang on. We're going to do the replay. Good little dove. Oh, it's calling on my arm, just trying to stop me from doing the stream. Now, Producer Buttons very soon. Just bear with me, Producer Buttons. Yes. Ow! Why? It's the most important part, Producer Buttons. Thank you. Flight recorder. It's a cuteness. Stop recording. And it's going to go crazy now. Replay. Pause replay. It's going to load in the scenery. See, it goes crazy. It goes absolutely crazy. Let's have a look outside. So the trick to takeoff is, and I've disciplined myself a little bit more with this. There we go, that's a good view. Let's have a look a little bit behind. So the takeoff, the trick is 3 degrees per second, very slow, because it's very, you can get a tail strike, you know, and you don't want to do that. So very slow, and you'll notice I'm doing it much slower now, so you don't get a tail strike. So I'm going to add power now in a second. I'm going to go a little bit forward here, because it might take a while. Let's pause the replay now and just move forward a bit. We'll resume replay. There we go. And you just sit tight there, producer buttons. I'm going to take the cameras off just for now, folks, for eye candy purposes, okay? So I'm going to take the cameras off. Boom. And the buttons cam as well. So I'm going to kick off now. Yeah, it's going to start now in a second. Producer buttons, please. Please. There we go. There we go. That was 50% of the thrust. And then it was up to flex then, wasn't it? So that wasn't full power. Now, I think the sounds are going to be out because the replay doesn't work very well. Yeah, the engine sounds aren't being recorded. Ah! It always does that. Puts airplanes in the centre of the runway. So the recording is terrible. You know, the flaps should be down 10, the engine sounds aren't recorded, etc, etc. So let's see what it looks like in the cabin, shall we? Yes, okay. No, a little bit earlier than that. There we go. Resume replay. Let's have a look inside the... You hear lots of buttons and crazy noises here. They need to fix that recorder, folks. Cabin light should be off, of course, for takeoff. It's gone crazy because all the settings aren't for takeoff. It's very annoying, but that looks pretty cool now. There we go. We can see the spoilers lifting there. So atmospheric. There we go. That's takeoff, folks. So let's go back to outside view. I'm going to hit Control Shift here to get back to the cockpit. As you can see, it's going absolutely nuts here. In here. It won't record. If it just record all the stuff as it was, we could learn more, you know. Okay, let's go forward now. Let's pause the replay. And let's go to our landing. It's going to go nuts again. A little bit closer. There we go. Resume replay. And let's hop outside. So the runway's just beyond those clouds there. And as you can see, it doesn't record the flaps. I had full flaps down. And I won't record the thrusters, as you all know. And because I switched off, you see, because I switched off lights and things, and how the brake on is going nuts inside the cockpit. But you know it, I know it. Let's have a look at the chat there while we're on our approach, and I'll do another one. You want to see some daylight here, because you won't see what's happening otherwise. I'll leave it like that, will I? For now. Oh, is there a profile, Lee Deemer? Lee Deemer says there's a profile for the stream deck. Oh great, is that on flightsim.to? Share that with us for sure. Redcap says, was it the mode control panel you were referring to? The MCP. That's the 737. They called it something else in Airbus. And I was just watching your video and I just gone out of my head, to be honest with you. It probably is in control panel. MCP. Let me look it up here. While you're watching that. I'm going to look from the side here because you won't see the gear landing, will you? We're going to look from here now. There we go. There we go, all good. Anyway, you know what I mean with the MCDU and all that kind of stuff. Don't worry, if I get one in the future, I'll be reviewing it. There we go, short final there. I know the flaps aren't down because of the recording. Now watch this, listen to the engine spool up here. There, listen. Added power. And we up, you know, and then I took it all the way back. I had full back of the tail, that's okay. The wobble there is from flight control, from FS Realistic. That's what the wobble is. It doesn't do it very well, but they say they're going to have it like an X-plane. So that wasn't the worst landing in the world. The lights are flashing like lunatics, really, because, you know. Let's have a look under the gear and the next run, will we? Let's get the replay here and pause the replay. Let's go back a little bit here. That's a nice. And let's not go too far out though. There we go. Resume replay. There we go. So we're on the poppies there. I can see the runway there. The poppies to the left side of the runway. That's the 2 whites and 2 reds, meaning you're right on it. If you've got all white, you're too high. If you've got all red, you're too low. So poppies are a visual indicator of your approach course. Just come out a little bit so you can see the wheels. And I love the way they have the snow as well. You know, when you touch down. Poppies all the way down. Look. Now listen to the engines again. Listen. There's the engines increasing. I took the power all the way back then. Look how much runway we lost. And there's the reverse. Let's have a look from passenger view. Oops. Let's just move my camera a little bit here. And do you know what? If you don't mind, okay? This is madness, okay? The cabin lights should be off, right? All the buttons have got crazy in the replay. Cabin lights, we're going to switch on, go to sim settings. Go to cabin. And cabin lights off. Right, let's go back to the cabin. And go back and see the passenger view, and that's the view. That'll do all the views then. There we go. Zoom replay. I love the view when you're coming into land. Do you ever think, you know, you're looking for the runway? Do you know? Will it appear or not? There we go. There we go. There we go, folks. Now, before I go, I'm going to try this just one more time to make sure it's definitely working. Oh, I heard a bing bing there. Hang on, I did hear a bing bing. Ah, a Rocky Heel followed. Rocky Heel, thank you very much for following. Let me put my camera back on now. Boom, and buttons cam as well. Rocky, thank you very much for following. And once again, folks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the gate and just get ready for the next... Oh, I know how to do that. I won't bore you to tears, okay? This one is a payware scenery as well, by the way. Oh, it's not a payware. It's actually an Asobo. An Asobo free one. Let's clutter up and say goodbye to the folks, though, first. There's Shady Sim and Lonely Reaper. Oh, it's Lonely Reaper in the jet. There's Shady Sim. Oh, no, it was Shady Sim and the C25C. There's Lonely Reaper and the C25C as well. I can't see the other one. I love the way the lights... I love the way the lights reflect off the snow. Do you know? Just buttons is getting sad. Just buttons, don't worry. We'll be off soon now. I just want to get the camera so you can see just buttons. Oh, it's a move. I need a proper swivel for the camera. Look at her sulking there. Look at her. I love the way the reflections of the snow. It's absolutely stunning, folks. It's absolutely stunning. I'm sorry I can't see your tag there. Okay. There we are, folks. The golden hour. Everything went well. The only thing I'm disappointed is I didn't learn that one new thing I want to learn every flight. So we're going to have to go and start playing with the failures now. I'm going to have to do that. But the flight to the Christmas Village is going to be from Christmas Village down here and back up to Christmas Village. So it'll be 2 trips to the Christmas Village. You do the whole turnaround thing, the whole flight plan thing, and we'll have a bit of a laugh on Sunday at 9 o'clock Irish UK time, 9 o'clock in the evening, 2100 hours. So that'll be great. So thanks again to Rocky Heel for following. Thank you very much, Virtuous Venturus, thank you very much for your $5. I appreciate that. Also to Redcap 282, who super chatted €10, and he was saying, here's a tenner towards a Rose Vanny Emmy. That's where we're going. That's how I pronounce it. It's the top of Finland, folks. Apparently they have a Christmas village there. I'd love to do that one day. I believe it's actually, you can fly into it and, you know, visit the reindeers and all that kind of stuff. It's great for kids. And it was my suggestion. Oh, it was your suggestion. Yeah, Redcap suggested that. I remember you now were suggesting that. There you go. Thank you very much. Also, Mark FC subscribed the other day. Also, Clappy D super chat €20 there during the week as well. Thank you very much for that. There was a big one there as well. Where's that? That was from... Yeah, thank you, Bakerfly, if you're on. Thank you very much for your $100. And also to Peter Bevington, New Zealand, $10. So it's a bumper Christmas for Flight Sim for the channel this Christmas, folks. I'm not going to bore you to tears anymore. Wardock says, did I miss it today? Don't worry, it's recorded on YouTube and on Twitch, and I'll be back on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, is it not? Tomorrow's Friday. So last look at the stream there. Clappy D, thank you very much for your consistent help. Jelps, and he says, in the 747, however, 3 white is also not too bad. No, it's not. Since the cockpit is situated a few meters higher, never go blind on instruments. Always use your outside view as well. You're absolutely right. So, folks, thank you all very much. I'm hoping to keep my streams going during the week. You know, sometimes things get in the way and they stuffed me up, but I'm gonna keep going. Sundays are guaranteed, as you well know. Folks, thank you very much, and have a great week. I hope you're all off work now on Friday, and you can veg out and get yourself a box of chocolates. I did, because I'm gonna be a glutton. I'll see you soon. See you tomorrow.